between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're out to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Green 39! Green 39!
Here's Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Deion Jones. In to drop him behind the line, and that's a loss of a yard.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This is Carson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Murray now. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
First quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Jaguars getting set to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it,
pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Deion Jones in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Looking to throw. Murray. He's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now here's Mahomes. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. A first trip to the red zone for KC. 1st and 10 at the 19. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Back to throw. Murray. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the ball. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 32 that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Melvin Gordon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out central.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Now let's go. Green.
From the gun, Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And it's a fumble. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
He'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Mahomes now to throw. And Ingram holds it in. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guy. Will get the football back. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off. A big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Carson. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Ready, green 39, green 39.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
Now Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 55 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Zing, zing, zing.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's going to fire one, and this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 38 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of two ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically their scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to throw on second down. Murray. Over the middle to Beckham. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing again. Murray. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, Murray. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be second down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st and 10, Murray. He completes it to Julio Jones. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Murray. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Again, he'll drop the throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. They run it with Carson. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. This is taken at his 4. Then a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action here on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on. To it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He'll take it at the 42. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and we are tied at 14. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Tight end Ingram, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Chiefs on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the side. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
On first down, Murray over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Murray now. Left side completion to Jones. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. The Jaguars on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Green.
From the gun, Murray. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is tackled inside the 49. Quite to the 35. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now it's Carson.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of That's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Murray. And this is going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley from 4 yards. Down, and the Jaguars have moved out in front. Now the extra point. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here now the offense heading back out there. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing happened. To change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home was a big deal, but now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitched?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the fourth on the punt fumble. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Miles Jack coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
I don't care. What the scoreboard says, partner, you know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation. Winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Following the fumble recovery, Murray throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looking to throw. Murray. Time for a break. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. They'll try to run with Carson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's the backup Mariota. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Mariota. And he's able to find Diggs. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Mariota to throw. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
And they'll go on the ground. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. So they file for the exits here. Silence, and what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side. And now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting
you.